Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning back into our channel, Rush ABQ. Just like all of our other sessions, this is going to be lesson session number 2. Everything goes up in numbers, so that includes our ABQ custom and our ABQ work truck. So thanks for tuning back into this segment, ABQ lesson session. And this is lesson session number 2. If you didn't get it the 3 times I've already said it. But hey, I get so many people calling me asking, hey, I'm a first-time buyer. Should I even attempt to buy a truck? I'm tired of being a company driver. I'm tired of whatever it is I'm tired with, and I think you have the solution for me. And for the most part, you're correct. Rush Albuquerque is, in total, not just me, will get you approved and get you going. Now, that's not a fact. That's not a guarantee, but I will give you the guidelines to help you understand to make it to where you get approved for a truck. So we got a couple things. First-time buyers. It's almost a guarantee that you're going to need at least 20% down. That's just a given. It's just kind of the name of the game. So let's kind of work off of what it is that you want. So if you only got X amount, we need to do, X of this. So let's say you want a $100,000 truck, you're going to need 20 grand down. That's simple math, but it varies on the cost of the truck, of course. So the other thing, we don't want any bankruptcies. Let me turn it down, guys. We don't want any bankruptcies. It makes it damn near impossible. Not impossible, because nothing's impossible, but it makes it quite difficult to get you financed on a truck, especially if you've had a bankruptcy. Now, something I did just learn. Bankruptcies don't reassure that you cannot get approved, but there is some things that we need to see. We need to see that you're getting back on the ball. So, okay, you had a bankruptcy, X amount of years ago. We need to see that you've been financing. We need to see that you're creditable on the things that you're trying to finance, proving that your credit is what it represents and that you are on the verge of coming back to your prime. So that's one thing to help reassure. So if you've already had bankruptcies, before you try to finance a truck, let's make sure that you have some contracts going. That's a major thing. You need contracts. You need proof to show that you can pay off this amount of money that you're trying to finance from us. So not to kind of get out of order, but let's kind of go back to the bankruptcy, just kind of wrap that up. We need to see that you are establishing credit again before we can lend you money. So we got the bankruptcy out the way. Preferably don't have it, but if you do, let's get some established credit in other aspects to prove that you're good to go. Now, another thing that we got back off track of was the contracts. We need contracts. We need proof that you were able to pay this off. So making sure that you can get a reassured contract is another thing that will help you get lenders to approve you. That's also things that you'll have to fill out in a credit application. Now, one other thing that needs to be reassured is they usually want you to buy a used truck. Once again, nothing's impossible, but we're going to say that it's quite difficult to get a new truck as a first-time buyer. So let's aim for the used trucks, anywhere from $40,000 to maybe even $100,000. And $100,000 more for the guys that have a substantial amount of cash to give. So we got lack of bankruptcies out of the way. We got a down payment of 20% out of the way. We're pretty much narrowing it down to used trucks. That's a major aspect. The other thing is, I have guys come in here, and they've never bought a commercial truck, so they technically don't have commercial credit. But they tell me I got a 750 credit score, which is fantastic. But a little learning lesson on credit. It's not just about the score, it's about the limit. So if you want to help reassure that your credit, your personal credit makes a difference, you want to have a higher credit limit. If you're only limited to $10,000 of credit, don't be surprised if you get denied on things because of your limited credit history. So this message specifically is meant for the guy that wants to buy a truck in the next year or next 2 years. Start establishing your credit. Start using your credit cards. Start paying them off frequently, and reach out further. See how much more of a credit limit you can get. We don't want to ruin your debt to income ratio, which we could get into on another video. I'll kind of skip it on that, but talk to your banks. Figure out what it is that can help you get your credit limit up and keep your credit score fluctuated at such a high point that it already is, or get it up to the point that you're trying to get it to. So guys, 20% down, that's kind of just a given. No bankruptcies. If so, we're going to need to do a little bit of extra work to get it done. Definitely need contracts. Contracts are important. I mean, you wouldn't loan somebody money if they had no way of, if they didn't have a job to pay it off. It just, well, you never get it back at that point. And credit limit. It's not just about the credit score. It is about the limit, how much money you have in your credit history. So we get all these aspects out the way. Of course, you're going to need some insurance for the truck before we can let you take it, because if it's under financing, that's part of the contract too. But guys, this is just another learning lesson. Rush ABQ, lesson session number 2. Thanks for tuning in. Credit history and future credit history, all combined into one little video. And this will help you get your business started, guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Rush ABQ. Subscribe if you like to keep up with us. Hit that little bell at the bottom. And also, we have an Instagram page. It's going to be Rush_ABQ. All lowercase. Instagram's a little cap sensitive. So, hey, thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.